Hello students. Now in today's lecture I am going to discuss the stability of a structure. Structural stability should always be the prime concern of every structural engineer. Every structural engineer should ensure that the support system provides an adequate number of reactions and the members in a structure develop the strong stability against all the destabilizing forces. For convenience, structural stability can be divided or classified into two types: external stability and internal stability. For a structure to be externally stable, the support system should be capable of providing the adequate number of reactions which are necessary for equilibrium. Now, every structure to be stable externally, the equilibrium conditions which should be satisfied for the two types of structures, that is plane structures and space structures, are like this. For plane structures, summation fx0, summation fy0 and summation mz is equal to 0. These are the three necessary conditions of equilibrium for the structure to remain stable. Whereas for space structures, the six equations of equilibrium are summation fx0, summation fy0, summation fz0, summation mx0, summation my0, summation mz is equal to 0. So for the structure to be stable externally, always these conditions should be satisfied respectively in case of plane structure and in case of space structure. Again, the additional conditions which are necessary for a structure to be externally stable are like this. Now in case of plane structure, the minimum number of reactions to be provided by the supports should be equal to 3. So minimum number of reactions is 3. Second, these reactions provided by the supports should not be parallel to one another, and these reactions should not be concurrent. Means 3 number of reactions is the minimum number. The reactions should not be parallel and the reactions should not be concurrent. Now I have considered this beam. Suppose this beam is supported by means of these 3 roller supports. All the roller supports are resting on the horizontal planes. As such, the reactions provided by these supports will be vertical, and you can see that there are 3 reactions which are happening in upward direction. All are parallel to one another. So if such support system is there and if a horizontal force acts on this structure or on this beam, what will happen is that the beam is going to translate in the horizontal direction. Means the supports will not resist this action. As such, it is not a stable structure, and it means that the forces or reactions provided by the supports should not be parallel to one another. This is the necessary condition in case of the stable equilibrium for a plane structure. The second necessary condition is that the reactions provided should not be concurrent. Now here I have considered a structure in which 3 supports are there. The reactions provided are acting like this, and you can see that all these reactions are passing through this point. So these reactions provided by the supports are concurrent, and if I apply a couple or a moment about this point, what will happen is that the structure will get rotated, and it means that it is not a stable structure. So here in case of plane structures, the minimum number of reactions should be 3. These reactions should not be parallel, these reactions should not be concurrent for the structure to be in stable equilibrium. Similarly, in case of a space structure, the reactions provided should be, or minimum number of reactions should be 6. These reactions should not be coplanar, these reactions should not be parallel, and these reactions should not be concurrent. These are the additional conditions for a structure to be stable externally. Now internal stability. A structure is said to be stable internally if it preserves its geometry under the action of external forces. Now in order to study the internal stability, again I am considering the study separately for pin jointed and rigid jointed structures. In case of pin jointed structures, again as the external stability depends upon the number of reactions provided by the supports, here internal stability depends upon the number of members. Now, in case of pin jointed structures, if it is a plain truss or plain pin jointed structure, the number of members should be equal to 2j minus 3. So, this is the minimum number of members. So, m if it is equal to 2j minus 3 or minimum number of members, then the structure is stable if it is a plain truss. In case of space truss, the structure is stable if the minimum number of members is equal to 3j minus 6. Again, the second additional condition in case of pin jointed structures is that the hinges or pins which are provided, they should not be provided along the same line, means there should not be 3 or more than 3 hinges along the same line. So, no 3 collinear hinges, because if such hinges are provided, then a mechanism gets formed, and mechanism disturbs the stability of the structure. So, mechanism, there should not be condition of mechanism, no 3 collinear hinges should be there. In case of rigid jointed structure, a rigid jointed frame is internally stable and statically determinate if it forms an open configuration, while if it do not form an open configuration, then it is over stiff and statically indeterminate. Now, instead of going for external stability and internal stability separately, there is an alternative approach in which we discuss the overall stability of the structure. Now, overall stability for pin jointed and rigid jointed structure. In case of pin jointed structure, if we consider 2D structure, the 2D pin jointed structure is stable if m plus r is either greater than or equal to 2j. So, if m plus r is greater than or equal to 2j, the pin jointed structure is stable if it is a 2D structure. If it is less than m plus r is less than 2j, it is unstable. Now, if m plus r is greater than 2j, the structure is stable, but it is statically indeterminate internally. If m plus r is equal to 2j, the structure is stable and it is determinate internally also. In case of 3D structure, m plus r, if it is greater than or equal to 3j, the structure is stable. If m plus r is greater than 3j, the structure is stable but is statically indeterminate internally. If m plus r is equal to 3j, the structure is stable and it is determinate internally also. If m plus r is less than 3j, the structure is unstable if it is a 3D structure. In case of rigid jointed structure, if we consider a 2D structure, means a plane structure, plane rigid jointed structure, if 3m plus r is greater than or equal to 3j, the structure is stable. If 3m plus r is greater than 3j, it is stable but is indeterminate internally. If 3m plus r is equal to 3j, the structure is stable and is statically determinate also internally. In case of 3D structure, 6m plus r, if it is greater than or equal to 6j, the structure is stable. In case if 6m plus r is greater than 6j, the structure is stable and is statically indeterminate internally. If 6m plus r is equal to 6j, the structure is stable and is statically determinate also. If 6m plus r is less than 6j, the structure is unstable. So, these are the conditions which should be satisfied in case of a pin jointed and rigid jointed structure respectively. That's all.